Hey guys, so this is the inspiration behind my first DIY home decor. This one is a Pottery Barn's pressed botanical wall art, which costs pretty much $400. Well, you know, if you add that one extra dollar. I thought it was absolutely beautiful and 100% DIY doable. They had a nice variety of flowers in their painting, and I have a nice variety of plants in my backyard, so I thought it was like the perfect win. So here's what I collected from outside, but first we actually have to dry out the plants. There are different methods you could do this, but I'm just going to go ahead and press mine, and I'm using my high school yearbook. I used parchment paper to press the flowers, and then I placed the entire book underneath, like the heaviest dresser I have at the house. So what I learned was that the thinner the plant, the better, because I did end up throwing away those huge pink ones. They were just starting to mold when I checked in on them halfway through the pressing process. And if you're new here, excuse my rudeness, I am Kim, and I hope you guys consider subscribing and sharing what else you'd guys like to see on my channel. And this is what the flowers look like after 10 days. Okay guys, could you believe I found the exact same frame? Okay, it's probably not exact. I found it at Goodwill and it was just $3. But to be fair, all their frames are $3, but still. So I found these paint at Target. I would prefer like one giant bottle because I feel like it would have been cheaper. But I was in a rush, so snow fluffy white paint it is. And it gave a really nice satin finish. Because the original background was so pink, it took me like a good 7-9 coats to get like a really nice white finish. For the plants with the thicker stems, I used Gorilla Glue, and we all know that Gorilla Glue holds up pretty well. Painted a few of the plants white just to get an idea of what it'll look like. And to make the plants look taller, I pretty much just layered up because the paint was going to cover it anyway, so you can't even see where they were connected. For the plants with the super thin stems, I did add paint to the board and just press it on it. I didn't want to leave a lot of negative space, so that's why I was layering up and filling up the frame. I didn't end up using as much plant as the one that was in the Pottery Barn's photo, but I really like the way this one turned out. So when it came to painting over them, I just kept it simple and kept the brush strokes up and down instead of the direction of the plants. I found that it gave it like a nice clean look. If you guys remember the Pottery Barn one, the flowers were not completely covered with paint, and it made painting so much easier because there were just some parts of the plants that my paintbrush just refused to tackle. And then I set it in the sun for a few hours, and look how beautiful it came out. And I did all this for nowhere close to $400. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Meet me in the comments. Okay, for our second DIY home decor, I was inspired by West Elm's wooden link decor, but I've also seen this in like Target and Etsy and Amazon and pretty much a lot of websites. I really just like things that catches my eye. Like, I feel like I have like no taste, but if it looks good, I'm like all for it. I like that this one wasn't like over the top, and I really like the shape of the links. So I went to Joann's and picked up a $12 box of clay because I'm gonna make a clay inspired version of those wooden links. These were so easy because all I was doing was just rolling them out, and the clay was very forgivable and didn't dry out quickly. I removed the ends just because I thought they were easier to blend when it came to connecting the circle, and I used a measuring tape to lock in the length of what I wanted all 5 pieces to be. And I just repeated the same rolling process, and then I began connecting my clay to form those loops. So the goal was 5 links, as you guys saw in like the West Elm wooden one. However, it did end up being just 3, which you guys will see towards the end. The clay was strong, like it was strong, but my toddler is, I guess he's stronger, so 3 links is what it came out to be. I left the clay to dry overnight. It didn't stick to each other, which I really liked, and it had a really nice solid weight to it. I sanded down most of it just to give it like a more stone-like texture and some of the lumps. Then I just used an old cloth and wiped it down to get rid of the dust. I did try putting Mod Podge on them just as like a sealer, but I didn't like the way it was looking. It looked pretty plasticky, so I just took it off. It was like removing glue from your hand, so it wasn't like anything extra that I had to go through. Yeah, I was experimenting right here. I was trying to give it like a two-tone stone color, but yeah, I'm not a painter. What I saw in my head was not what played out, so I just left it alone. We have an unfinished living room, so I'm just going to show you guys the only piece of furniture that I have in here, which is my bookshelf. And honestly, I really like the way the 3 links look. I thought it looked so much better. Let me know what you guys think about this piece. Does it look too DIY-y? Do you think the 5 links look better than the 3? Meet me in the comments. My final DIY home decor piece was inspired by Target's Studio McGee Fall collection. They have a really nice decorative terracotta bowl. I like how raw and natural it looked. The texture of it was really what caught my eye. Now, this one was simply inspiration because I didn't even attempt to try to make the bottom of this bowl, and I went for a different color than their off-white finish. First thing first, I chose what size bowl I wanted to work with because that's where the clay is gonna go to dry. I'm using the same box of clay that I used before. It's a pound of clay, like it's a lot. The goal here is to roll out like a nice thick layer of clay. I'd say about like an inch thick, and then I use my bowl of choice and cut a perimeter around the bowl. And then place the clay inside of the bowl and cleaned off the top. Alright, so this wasn't 1 inch like I wanted, so I did end up doing a whole other layer, which is what you guys see right here. Clay does shrink a bit, which made it so much easier to remove from the bowl. I didn't like the color of the clay like I said before, so I sanded it down and I mixed some black paint and then like a squeeze of brown paint and then just mixed it up. Would have liked to have black chalk paint, but because I didn't have it, I just used a clear coat of chalk paint. To get the stone matte look that I really wanted, I just marked the bowl up with chalk pretty much and used my finger to smear it into the bowl. Here's my finished product, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really happy with the texture of the bowl. I bought some stones from the Dollar Tree to add inside and then some clay balls that my husband made. Now listen, I can't unsee a bird's nest. Like, it's just set in my mind. I'm looking straight at a bird nest with eggs in it. But overall, I'm really happy with this piece. I think rubbing the chalk in it really made a big difference. Meet me in the comments. Let me know which piece was your favorite, and I'll see you guys in my next video.